of monkey nuts. Man, I'm bored off my fucking mind. I'm tired as fuck right now. I did a big ass meditation. I am exhausted. Okay, you assholes, hurry up and come in here so we can talk about shit. There's a lot of things I can talk about. I'm tired. I worked out today. I did cardio. Finally dropping the weight because I don't eat. My eating's starting to get a little bit better. Come hither. Come hither, all of you come in here and talk to me, for that I am bored. Come on. Stop autofocus, you piece of shit. Get really nice and close so you can see my eyes. I'm bored. Come on, everybody. Hurry up and get your asses in here. Because I'm bored. Bored. Like, subscribe, do all those things. I can at least make some money off this fucking platform. Because I want to get a normal job like everybody else. I could do more. I want to do more, but I'm just so tired in between lifting weights, meditating, all that stuff and that, and I'm going to get ready to get my job. Hopefully I'll get it next week or so. Right now I'm just really tired. I'm drained. My head's like loopy. I'm really tired. Put on my rings. They're so hard to put on. Oh. I dropped weight though. Down to 240 or 234. 234 point something. I kept it off. I mean, I know what I'm doing now. I just do more cardio. It works. Don't listen to V-Shred. He's a fucking moron. You lose weight. No. What happens is when you do cardio, just 30 minutes a day, doing on a fucking bike, whatever, as long as you're doing some type of activity for 30 minutes straight, not like getting off of it, you should roughly burn off about 500-600 calories easily. Depending on how fat you are. So like incline treadmill does really good. I could do even sit down biking. They say it doesn't burn off a lot of calories, but obviously it does because you can do a lot of miles with it because it's biking. Normal sit down biking, when you lean in, can give you more calorie burn, but the calorie burning is very, very small amount. I'm doing it myself. I do the sit up straight biking. I try to do at least 30 minutes. If I do 26 minutes, whatever, I don't care because I end up lifting anyway. And it's working. I'm dropping the weight very easily, actually. I just don't eat as much food. Or if I do eat, I eat the same amount of food. I just do more cardio. That's why cardio is really important. By far. Cardio is extremely important. People say pish posh. Cardio is bullshit. I also lift weights and build muscle. You could do that all the fuck you want, but you're only going to be able to, look as good by doing more cardio if you want to lose weight. But you could build muscle in that and lose weight, but say like I did it for a while now when I do no cardio and I just lift weights. Eating the same amount of food, I never dropped weight. My weight would be all over the damn place. It would fluctuate so much. Then again, I didn't eat as many carbs as I do now. I ate more protein with no carbs. It fucked with me. So no, a full protein diet is complete garbage because the waiting, there's so much time in between. It takes longer to digest food. I say in the morning that I drink a nice fat fatty ass sugary fucking juice. Get your first 300 calories in you. It'll wake you up. Might be fast calories. It'll get your ass going. And do it with your proteins, and you can eat. You like 4 eggs. You can eat egg whites or the yolk. It doesn't matter at breakfast time. You need the excess fat. I mean, honestly, if you don't drink juice, let's drink like 16 ounces of milk or whatever, how much milk you need to drink. They add up to how much the juice is in calories. And it's all about that quick digestion. At least that's what my problem is. I don't quick digest for shit. My metabolism evidently isn't high, but I don't think that has to do with metabolism. If I eat too much protein in the morning, I get really stagnant. So yeah, if you want to eat your first 50 grams in the morning, make sure you have some juice when you just wake up, have some sugar, have something to get your body jumping and going. You could do caffeine, I guess, if you don't want to do the juice for calories, but you're going to need the calories anyway to be able to sit there and actually get up. So if you do 50 grams of protein, if you eat 4 eggs, if you do egg whites, it's 26 grams of protein without all the fat, or 24 grams, give or take, fluctuation. And then you add your ham on there, which you could do. See, ham's fat, but you can cook fat off of most things. It melts. It kind of just goes away. I mean, it might be still on there, but normally it burns off. And so add about 6 to 8 ounces of ham. Get your first 50 grams of protein. If you have like a little get like a cup of juice, apple juice, doesn't matter what kind of juice you do. Just try to get the carbs in you and sugars in you as fast as possible. Because as the proteins constantly digest, and the carbs and sugar go through your body in like an hour and a half, give or take. You'll have energy, and by the time that digests, the protein will be almost right after that. So it'll be like an hour after that. So about 2.5 hours or 3 hours, you're finally starting to actually absorb the proteins and fats and that. And then you're going to feel really good. So by the time, if you wake up at 8 and you eat at 12, or by the time you get to 12, you should be hungry. Your body should start growling. You should start getting that kind of like indication. If you don't have enough calories in you, you burn off too many calories in that. So if you drink, a 300 calorie juice, which I got like V8 juices. I think they're like 8 ounces. And actually, I'm gonna grab one really quick. Okay, back. Got my juicy juice. It's a V8 splash. Doesn't really matter. I think it's 8 ounces. It's 12 ounces. This is 12 ounces. It has. This is what you have to learn about misprints about shit. See how it says it has 100 calories? The fucking damn thing doesn't matter. It says one bottle has 100 calories. Yeah, you might want to hit your fucking head on this one because it's complete bullshit. And this is the biggest reason why people have issues with gaining or losing weight, because this stuff, it tastes good. But they should say every 4 ounces has 100 calories. But they don't want to say that because they want to keep it to where it's like, oh, well, it doesn't. Whatever, fuck you guys. They actually have to put what is actually on there, but simpletons like most people are complete fucking idiots. They can't look at it from the perspective of there's 25 grams of carbs. Well, let's go on your phone and let's go do some simple mathematics, which you learn in fucking 5th grade. So everyone should know this simple facts of shit. Let's look up how many carbohydrates per carbs. How many carbohydrates? How many calories per carbs? So calories contain 4 calories. Or carbs contain 4 calories. Fat is 9 calories. And I think protein's 4 too. So, okay, sugar's 4, protein's 4, and blah, 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 blah. Do simple math. You do 25 times 4. There's your 100 calories that says right there. You got total sugar of 24 grams, and you got additional added sugar is 23 grams. So you add 23 to 24, you get 46. 46 times 4 is almost 200. Actually, it is over 200. It's like 2 something. So it'd be 4 and 5 would be 200. 40 times 5 is 200. And you got the 7. 7 times 5 is 35. So this is 335. So it's literally almost 4 times as much as it says. It says 100. It's 4 times as much. So when I would say you people as everybody looks at this stuff, says, oh, 1 bottle says amount per serving is 100 calories. It doesn't actually say how many servings it is. It says 1 bottle. So it's almost a fourth of this bottle is 100 calories. So if you just take a sip of this, you're getting 100 calories. That's what people understand. When you need calories, fucking get them. If you're having problems keeping your ass going, sugary stuff actually is good. Now, I understand people always complain about it and that. Fast hitting calories is good for when you're trying to keep on going. So if you're sitting there at the gym, a Powerade or a juice would be kind of good because it keeps your body going. It digests way faster than just sitting eating a big old thing of rice or or you could take carb shakes and that, but it's just like there's no difference, honestly. You just don't want to drink too much of it because you say if you burn off 700 calories, you drink this, more or less, you only burned off about 400 calories, give or take. But then again, if you want to keep going, more or less, that's the point of losing weight is to suffer through the calorie reduction. So I was at 240. I'm down to 234 point something, whatever the fuck that it might be. For me to lose weight, my breakfast has to be moderately high in calories. Juice, 335. Say I got my 4 eggs. More or less, I eat the yolks because I don't give a shit. Fat is one day. Morning time is the best time to eat. Amount of fat in that so your body can get more calories really quickly because getting your first 1,000 calories is very important because that maintains you until lunch. And the biggest problem is lunch has to be slightly smaller than breakfast. So if you do get your 50 grams of protein, we do 4 times 50, it's only 200 calories. See? And if it is low fat, more or less, you might have, say, 3 grams of fat. Well, 9 times 3 is 27. So you have 227 calories just with 50 grams of protein, so to speak, if it's really lean or pretty damn lean meat. So if you burned off, say, if you had 1,000 calories up front from drinking your juice and eating your eggs, all that stuff and that, and keep that stuff, so you have 1,000 or, say, 1,200 calories, and you burn off 700 calories, so to speak, maybe at, say, 800. You have 400 calories left over to maintain body function. You might feel like shit. You're going to feel like shit. So I suggest to most people, when you work out, maintain a good amount of calories so you don't feel like shit. Most people have the diet specifically perfect where they only eat so many specific things. No normal person like me does that because I don't have a fitness instructor up my ass and be like, make sure you don't eat that food or they stick their hand down your fucking throat. That's not how it works for people like me and for people like everybody else. I'm a true fitness person because I'm going to give you details that I do myself that might work for you or more or less, maybe something that you do maybe work better. But what I do now, breakfast, higher calories. Lunch, a little bit lower calories. Dinner, the lowest amount of calories you could fucking eat. As long as you maintain your 50 grams of protein and maybe have a protein shake before you go to bed. As long as you don't go surplus in your maximum amount of calories, which is how much mass you have and how much energy you need to be able to do. And it can be little things too that burn off calories. Like, for instance, talking. People that talk more burn off more calories. Your jaw structure is very, very strong. You have a lot of energy in there. So if you talk a lot, you burn off calories. People say, well, you're not going to burn off fat. Here's the dumbest fucking thing everyone says. People say, oh, cardio doesn't work. Cardio is the maintaining of burning. It's to maintain that burning function. Like how I look about it, how you feel. When my stomach gets cold, that means I know I'm burning. So I do enough cardio and you have belly fat, you could be able to tell your stomach will get cold. Like right now, my stomach's warm. It feels warm. But when I do cardio on that, it feels cold. I always figure out, why does it feel cold? That's how I know I'm losing weight. When my stomach fat gets cold, it means that something's going on that my body's doing that it's like I'm losing weight. That's how I dropped the 6 pounds. I'm getting slowly thinner. And yeah, benching is a problem. That's the reason why you have to keep up with your fucking calories at the beginning of the day. Calories at the beginning of the day, pig the fuck out if you have to. As long as you maintain 1,000 or so calories, even if you're whatever weight you are. See, I'm 234 pounds. 234 pounds, I might need 3,000 calories at max, give or take. So if I go over 100, fine, I can burn off more, be fine. My deficit can only be maximum 1,000 calories I burn off per day. That's not a lot for if I am very active when I work out. That's probably why I have very, issues with burning too many calories off. I go in an enormous fucking deficit. Since my body likes to build muscle, evidently, I lose my muscle mass, and all of a sudden, bam, I get more fat. That's how I know my body works. If I'm too far in a deficit, I get fatter. People say, well, how does that work? Well, I'm losing muscle mass because my body's eating too much protein away where my muscles don't get it. And my fat, I tested it out on scales and that at like something superstore. When I maintain better calories throughout the whole entire day. Because the biggest thing is that most people, when you do cardio in that and you do your whole thing in that, your stomach shrinks. Because if there's barely anything in there, your stomach likes to shrink anyway. Because it's like, okay, there's nothing in there, it shrinks. When you're doing cardio on that, you're burning off all that energy in your body, evidently your stomach's like to shrink a lot when you do cardio. That's why if you eat, it's really hard to eat sometimes when you don't have food in your system during that cardio, which is rather difficult because you have to eat 2 meals. And right there, breakfast and lunch. Of course, you got your brunch, and then you got your the lunch, whatever the fuck it is between lunch and dinner. People say you have to eat 5 times a day. And I say, if you eat a good enough breakfast, lunch, and dinner, your 5 times a day should never exist. I'm sorry. I think that's complete garbage because you're overflowing yourself with too much food. Now, if you have a quick protein shake that digests in like 2 hours, then more or less you can regulate protein quite well. If you do 50 grams for breakfast, 50 grams for lunch, and 50 grams for dinner, if you want to have a 50-gram protein shake, but it has to digest after the other protein digests. This is why a lot of people have problems. This is what I'm learning for myself. When you sit there and you drink 500 grams of protein or whatever the fuck, say 100 grams, you're only going to digest supposedly 50 to 60 grams. So 40 grams becomes a waste. You just poop everything out. That's why if you eat too much carbs, it gives you enormous shits. That's kind of the reason why everyone has big enormous shits when they eat too much protein and carbs. That's the reason why. Your body is a balance type creature and wants to eat a certain amount of food. So that has, it needs the waste to absorb water and stuff like that. Is basically what your shit is. It's important that you're going to end up not eating all of the 50 grams. Your body's going to end up going through probably, say, 10 grams of it per 50 grams. So it's only getting 40 grams of protein per 50 grams. Just saying. It's not scientifically proven, at least that I know of. I'm just estimating it out. Sounds about right. So you're only eating 100. You're only actually absorbing 120 grams of protein, give or take. Say 130. I could say it's like 5 grams. It burns off. Whatever, 140. Whatever. Oh, 135. So if you drink 50 grams of protein, you get like 45 grams or 40 grams. So that'd make you up to 160, 165. Of course, the ratio. So you would have to have that 50 grams on brunch. You have to have that 50 grams on lunch. Brunch. Whatever the fuck you going to call it. In between lunch dinner. Now maintain protein synthesis. Fast dissolving proteins are fantastic after a workout. That's why you got your breakfast. You'll have your juice or have some type of thing that gives you a lot of calories up front. Of course, not a soda. I prefer juice over that because juice, soda tastes like shit. It's really goggy in that. And this doesn't have the syrup shit in it, even though it doesn't really matter. It has high fluence corn syrup, whatever. But it has a bunch of vitamin B's in it and all that shit, so it actually does help out, which I'm going to have one right now because I feel like shit. And, yeah. But calorie burning makes you be able to do a normal diet. I'm pretty fucking empty right now. I ate a bunch of White Castles and that. Did meditation, kind of blew everything off. But yeah, and there's always things to keep yourself burning. Like watching TV, for instance. If you can't fall asleep, obviously you're probably going to watch TV in that. Using your eyes and looking burns off calories. Everything burns off calories. You breathing burns off calories. It just doesn't do a lot. You thinking, any type of neurological thing you use burns off calories. So, like for instance, I talk a lot. I have a lot of, thinking patterns going on in my head. I talk a lot to myself, which I'm doing right now because no one's fucking watching. So, I do a lot of talking. So, when I'm talking this outrageous amount, and I do it for hours, then to say, I'll stand up outside. This will be at nighttime. This will be when I'm pretty much done eating. And I'll stand. Just standing alone for hours at a time burns off an enormous amount of calories. They say standing for I would say a 6-hour day at work. So you're not going to stand the whole entire time. So say 2 hours you don't stand or an hour and a half you don't stand. You roughly burn off about 1,000 calories. Why? Because you're standing. Standing burns off enormous calories. Your whole entire body has to be using stuff because of your density pulls you towards the ground because of how much you weigh. And no, it's not fucking gravity. Gravity is a fucking joke. There's no proof of gravity. What's dense goes through air is what falls and hits the ground. It's density. It's how much mass the person or someone has. So molecules like oxygen have less or have more mass than molecules of carbon dioxide. That's why carbon dioxide rises. That's why oxygen falls. That's the reason why nitrogen falls too. Because you have to absorb nitrogen and oxygen to be able to fucking survive. And other things too, like dust falls. Anything that is more mass than the air itself falls or rises. That's the reason why if you jump off a plane at 30 feet, you hit water, you don't die. You jump off a plane at 30 feet, you hit concrete, you break your fucking legs. Density, you don't go straight through concrete. Because concrete is rock, sand, it's more dense stuff. That's what it is. Now, I'm a firm believer in flat earth. Actually, I'm not a believer. Thir's fucking flat. It's obvious it's flat. I don't give a shit what anybody says. People argue with me. We were taught this way because we were taught this way. I taught through all public school that the earth was round. But it doesn't make sense. So when something doesn't make sense, what do you do as a human being? You critically think about it. Okay. Well, it's just like people say everyone's on steroids because they get big arms like this. Their arms are big and they think they're on steroids. And some people on steroids, they look like shit. And I agree with Greg Doucette on this. I definitely agree with him 100% on a lot of things he says. All the stuff that people say about him, that's always the champion of most things, always get criticized the most. So he's pretty damn close to being one of the bigger fitness champions. You know, he's very intelligent. He talks it like it is, and he calls out people for what it is. But he's a bodybuilder. I'm just a normal 31-year-old guy. I never took PDs. I never know what PDs are. I'm not on testosterone and that. I drink my fucking juice. I take a pre-workout and you know, find, you know, sieved protein for fast digestion. Just like most people do that lift weights nowadays. So I can't compare myself to him. He's a hell of a lot stronger than I am by far. I don't know if he's as good looking as me, because obviously he's not. But hey, looks are just genetics. So I can't compare that either, because it's just how people are. But like when I look at people say like Vegan Gain, people follow Vegan Gain. He has a lot of hate. He has a lot of like, some people in the fitness industry throw out stuff like Athlete X. He's a fucking idiot. The dude's 50-something years old. The dude's more shred than anything. He probably has a shitty lifestyle. He's like, I can't eat this pickle. It's too many calories kind of thing. Like, dude, you're like 180 pounds. You're like 6% body fat or whatever that he is. It's fucking disgusting. You're not that attractive looking. At least not in my eyes. Maybe some girl will be like, oh my God, you're hot. That's fine. But you look like someone just like shat you out of its fucking ass and you were just had a six pack, but your face is all shrunken in. You look like a big pile of shit. At least Greg Doucette at least looks somewhat decent. The dude's got mass on him. He's like 9-10% body fat. He maintains it very well. He's very strict. Yeah, he took PDs before, but people understand. Steroids help you recover. That's it. They can't magically build muscle on you. The studies might be showing that they do. So someone sat around and did no muscle tension at all. All of a sudden, they just get steroids like, boom, and they get, they walk around. That's fucking complete bullshit. Science tells you have to do something. You have to have a reaction to have another reaction of something else. As like you have to break down muscle fiber to be able to grow more muscle fiber. Genetically speaking, yes, some people have a ratio of building the muscle fibers, from taking a fucking 2-step ratio other than someone taking 5,000 steps. Some people have genetics like that. They're such a far, it's just like my mind. I consider myself a genius. And by what I mean by that is I learn very quickly with the things that I like to do. So I develop more things with my mind by research and understanding from talking to people and understanding how people are. So I watched all these fitness people. I watched Vegan Gain. Some things he says I agree to. Veganism is very good in that. And he bitches some other people think that protein from veganism is always bad. Well, it's just harder to get because it's harder to get when you do it more without processing getting companies to process proteins from vegetables. That's all I'm saying is you can eat 5,000 things of broccoli. I've done that shit before. I mean, a cup of broccoli has like 3 grams of protein. You have to eat like a whole truckload of that shit. Broccoli is not meant for that. Broccoli is a happy-go-lucky kind of like superfood. Eat like a cup of broccoli a day will make you feel fucking fantastic. Or eat throughout the day. You'll feel great. You'll feel fantastic. You'll be like, oh, man, I feel good. But it all depends on what you like to do. There's no specific way. The one thing that I kind of not really disagree, but I kind of have an issue with is Greg Doucette's cookbook. I don't know nothing about it, but all I say is, Eat more filling foods. I agree with him 100% honestly. 100% because filling foods keep you full so you don't eat more. With people with lack of willpower, honestly need to stay full because they're fucking idiots. They don't understand what it is to be disciplined, at least at that moment, because they're going through all these emotional transactions. So fix the problem that happens. Yes, I agree. Weight loss, emotional stress go hand in hand. You can fix the weight loss and make you more emotionally stable, or you can fix your emotional to get your weight loss. They both go hand in hand. People think life is so stressed because I work all day. Here's how emotions work, at least what I understand from what I went through with my life of going through 15 to 16, maybe 20 years of fucking depression. I would fucking know hands on what I fucking been through, the suicide of me almost 3 times, and that I know what it was to go through all this shit. So listen here for you idiots out there that just think it's that you can't fix it. You gotta take pills and that. Complete garbage. Number one, love your fucking self. If you don't love yourself and care for yourself more than anybody else, that's your fucking problem. Don't be a damn savior now. I gotta sacrifice. I've done that too. It doesn't do anything. You're a fucking idiot. You gotta stop that shit. Number two, stop caring what people think about you because it's not even them thinking it. You're overly obsessing about yourself, saying someone knows that I'm fat. You're like, oh my god, I'm fat. That person's looking at me because you're thinking that they're thinking that you're fat. That person probably likes you. Probably thinking like, oh, he looks so pudgy now, but they might not look at it. It could be a super hot girl with big. Oh, someone's on here. Someone's down here. But yeah, it's life has a lot to do with stress. And stress is a fluctuation, a lot of different things. What you eat, how you think about yourself, and how you pretty much feel about yourself. When you feel like shit, your whole body feels like shit. And if you try to do cardio on that, you'll just give up on it because you see no point. So my basic thing about exercising and weight loss is when you actually see the results, you just have to just believe in yourself to be able to see the results eventually. Once you see results, you want more of it. I want more results. But you always got to have a balance because if you don't have a balance between, having too much results, then you're bound to fail because your mind's going too high on it. So like you want to get down to normal 15% body fat, and once you get down to 15%, and you're like, man, 13% looks like I'll look a little better. The ratio of what people think what is skinny is very different than what we actually assume for ourselves. So like someone that's naturally skinny, which I see a lot of people naturally skinny, they're naturally skinny. They got, the 15, 13, 12% body fat naturally or whatever it might be. But they don't look happy. Someone that's, always been pudgy, so to speak, I call pudgy having about 15% more body fat because nowadays that's about pudgy. Obesity is like 50 or 70% body fat. I would say probably a 40. People say 30%, but for an average person, 30% to 25% to 20 for a man. I think it's probably that's what I see. Not a lot, of course, but someone that's dealt with a lot of stress and depression and dealt with a lot of anxiety and that takes a toll on your body, that especially anxiety, overthinking personality. You're overthinking everything to believe. This is the point is thinking is believing, and believing is just a thought. It's not anything that's actually continuously real. It's just something that you assume that's real because of your thought patterns of it. So people think they're fat. They believe they're fat. I know I'm fat. I think it. I know it. I see it. And then it comes down to emotions. As we get to emotions, okay, I think it. I see it. I know. So when you think, that's a thought. And then you see it. That's reality. And then you know that you are. Now it comes down to emotional transactions. So when I think about it, do I feel bad about it? No, because I know I can lose it when I choose to. So when I see it, I'm like, oh, well, it looks kind of bad. But then I know that I can be like, oh, yeah, okay. So I shuffle. I'm like, and I don't care. I do it right in front of girls. I'll still be like, look at my man gut. And men fucking get super outrageously upset about it. Like, you're proud of being fat? Yeah, you see almost 16-inch arms I have, and I've barely fucking been lifting weights that I have. Obviously, I'm doing more than you. You could be skinny as fuck, and you want girth. Well, you're worried about being skinny. Of course, you're not going to get bigger. There's a balance. So now I'm finding out my balance. I went from the bulky side of things, I just bulking up, which is just gaining mass, fat, whatever. And now I'm trying to do muscle gain and trim down a little bit and just doing a smaller dose. I mean, sometimes I can burn off. Sometimes I'll drop 3 or 4 pounds. Sometimes water weight can be 2.5 pounds of it. Or maybe 1 pound of it, whatever how much I ate or drink that day. If we're continuously worried about these factors, then we're going to keep doing this loop thing. I agree. That's what I like to talk about Greg. You said he has a balance. He says that you can do it, but you have to maintain balance. So if you want to eat more, you got to burn off more calories. So if you eat 3,000 calories before fucking dinner, you got to burn off 1,000 calories just to eat dinner. Because then if you're 3,000 calories like most men are, that around my height, I'm 5'10 and a half, I'm 230 something pounds, so I got to eat about 3,000 calories, give or take. So if you eat 3,000 calories before dinner, I got to burn off 1,000 calories, so I could be at least eat 500 calories during dinner, which would be my lightweight, so I have 500 to please. The biggest thing is, I burn off more calories than I think. As of right now, I'm moving around. You can go like this. Your whole body's, half your body's being used. You're burning off calories. Shrugging, moving your fingers around. It's all calories. Talking, it's calories. Looking, it's calories. Sniffing, it's calories. Maybe not hearing, it's calories because hearing automatically happens, but that could be calories too. Using your eardrums could be calories. Everything uses calories. Now, is it efficient in burning off a lot of calories doing it? No, but it still burns off calories. If I talk for an hour, it burns off another 10, 20 calories, and by all means, that's 10, 20 calories I have to be able to eat or be able to lose. Standing up burns off a lot of calories. Move your legs around, burns off calories. There's a lot of different things you can do. It's all about burn off calories, which is anything. So if you're an idiot, you walk around, go like this, you burn off calories. You burn off calories and everything. But it's easier to say specific things. Cardio, riding a bike, going out for a walk. If you want to add more weight loss, put on a weight vest. Go out for a walk. Walk the same distance. So if you put on, a 60-pound weight vest and you walk a mile, your legs might hurt because you're putting on more mass because you have more mass on you. Eventually, say if you do that for a whole month, you're gonna burn off 60 calories more every mile. So if I'm 240, I put on 60 pounds, I'll be 300 pounds. So I'll be burning off 300 calories per mile. That depends on the elevation. That depends how fast I walk. That depends on muscle repairs too, because muscle repairs take calories to build. Because the protein can stick to that muscle and start to form, but it takes calories to be able to heal it. That's why when people build muscle, that they actually lose fat too. People say it's all about cardio. You can do both. From lifting that, you get a little bit of afterburn effect. You do. If you do it good enough, like say like if you do a lot of sets and and you can't do another set, that means that your glucose is gone from that muscle at least enough. What your body does is it uses the leftover calories or whatever you burned off, say in fat, for instance. If you didn't eat that much food, your body starts to eat away fat, and then it builds that back up. And then at least that's what I understand. So I do a lot of sets in that. I'll do a lot of supersets. I'll start at 50 pounds, go 45, 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 8, 5, and then 2, 2.5. So from 20 to 15, I take a little bit longer break. So I gotta walk over to the other one. So I'd say it's like maybe a 10-second more break than normal. So 25 seconds. Then once I get there, I do a little bit more. In that 25 seconds, I get enough energy to be able to do a little bit more than I normally could do, which is telling me that my body's sucking the carbs out of my system to refill that muscle. So whatever carbs I have in my system, my bloodstream, goes to the muscle, and then it makes it as whole as it can get it. So it's causing me to burn off calories. As long as my muscles keep sucking in calories, I'm constantly burning off calories. That's why I'll explain it. That's how cardio is. The way you burn is sucking calories from your muscles, from using them, and that's why a steady calorie or cardio workout, that's how your body works. Do people explain that? No, I tested out myself with my own body, and it works. So after workout, that obviously, if I did just cardio, more or less, I'm not going to need to have enormous amount of protein afterwards, because cardio doesn't really break down muscle fibers that much. I'm just using energy. So you kind of have like a fast plateau effect where you don't feel like eating because you don't need to, because you don't need it to repair your muscles, because there's no muscle damage really. If you do cardio and you work out, well, now you're getting the benefits of it a little bit more, because you do cardio with your legs more or less, and your abs, your hips, that because you're shifting it. Your arms do a little bit, but then you start hitting biceps, and that's a bit how big your biceps is. So your biceps, whatever how big it is, has so many calories in it, And same thing with the triceps, and everything has so many calories in it. So when you deplete the calories in that muscle, your body has to absorb more calories from what you eat. That's why you hear with V-Straight, he's a fucking stupid motherfucker, honestly. He kind of has a little bit of point with it. If you say, oh, cardio doesn't work, cardio does work. No one eats right after they lift. You got to say you got an hour or so before you have to eat again after you lift. And that hour, your body sucks up an enormous amount of calories because you're tired. When your calorie count and your blood gets too low, or from your food in general, say it gets too low in calories, you start to get really fatigued. You start getting tired because your brain has to have, I think you only get to like 60% of your daily calories, or you'll be really fucking shitty. So you can only get rid of 40% of your calories before you start going. That's how our body works, because our brain is always on. Our eyes always see. Just be able to see takes a lot of effort to bounce off the lens. Our brain goes through that calculation to know what we're seeing. Talking, our vocal cords vibrate in a different pattern to be able to put out a word. Smelling's the same thing. Taste, similar. Your heart, your digestive tract is constantly using energy all the time. And that's what gives your metabolic rate of when you sleep. That's how much calories you burn. Like my metabolic rate at sleep is like 2,000 calories. That's how much I burn in an 8-hour sleep period. Now, yes, can I go down to 2,000 calories at the end of the day and have my body burn off 2,000 calories, and then I'll have 3,000 calories burn? I'll wake up with, maybe 100 calories. Give me a possibility. But your body's going to automatically want to eat then. You'll get super fucking hungry. Or you'll just burn off you'll start burn off muscle and fat. Our body works to survive. We have to practice with it. That's why we see a lot of people that can't eat. They get super skinny. They drop all their muscle. Their bones get withered. Our body eats everything away. Doesn't matter how much it breaks down. No matter if you can move or not. Our body will survive. It keeps our heart going. It keeps the brain going as long as it can before we fucking die. That's why it's important to maintain calories and not go down too far in a deficit. Too far in a deficit is horrible. Greg just said is right about that. If you're eating 3,000 calories, you might be able to go down to 2,000 calories at max. Because you're going to have a little bit of calories to be able to go through your sleep cycle and wake up not feeling like shit. But you also are going to absorb fat when you sleep. So you're going to get your calories from your fat. That's why he said bulking is good to a certain extent. But you don't need to do it if you maintain good quality calorie control. Because your body likes to burn off calories as it's asleep. And the biggest thing is that people don't have to understand when you do cardio, you're actually burning off fat molecules. Because you're using the muscles. Your body understands muscles need to be used. And you're getting your heat up and your heart rate gets up. And then your body brings out hormones to actually siphon fat. That's why your fat gets cold. Because your body brings out hormones that actually helps eat that fat up. And then it puts it in your bloodstream. And then it turns it into energy. So they say fat turns into muscle. It's true. Not in some senses. Because fat helps bring up hormones. Because your fat is not just what you call fat. It's actually sugars and carbs and all kinds of other things. That's basically what it is. So our body likes to eat that up because you need to be eaten up when you do calorie or do cardio. See, I'm starting to get tired and fatigued. I can't even fucking think straight. Oh man, meditation kicked my ass. But in my thing that I do muscle stimulation with the nervous system of my brain. You know how people do tighten it up and go like this? I can kind of do a little bit without actually doing it. Like if I focus on it, it's hard, but I can do it. The other thing tightening up is going, putting oxygen into it, which is true. It is, because you tighten it up and that you're throwing oxygen to it, which makes it get bigger. But stimulation, say, how meditations work? I start by calming myself down, think. Now my hands will charge up. I'll feel like a little bit of electrical pulse goes through my hand. My hand starts getting hot right now. If I put my hand on my other hand, I can feel it's heating up. I can feel a little bit of a pulse. It might be my heartbeat, but my hand feels tingly. I start to get a little bit of a pulse. And then as it does that, it feels like I'm burning off more calories because I'm making energy. I'm using energy by creating that pulse. So I get that little bit of tingliness. My body's starting to rectify or can tell that my body has it's using energy now because I'm getting hotter in my palms. Palms getting hotter, so I have to use energy to make it hotter. This is my form of meditation. Now, keeping this up, eventually everything else is going to get a little bit warmer than that if I translate it. So now I just did a pulse nervous system reaction, which is it went through my brainstem, it went through my body. Yes, I can get my hands to kind of get that charge. Feels like it's charging up, like you shooting a Kamehameha wave. Our body works that way. We're electrical creatures, so we can be able to formulate electricity. You ever rubbed your feet and you get a charge? That's the reason why. Negative rubbing means positive, and our body contains that charge. It's very simple. We do it all the time, but do we realize what it actually does? I state this. I'll state it a lot. we could be way more powerful than what we think because we don't know shit about our brains. These scientists are fucking morons. They know nothing about how our brain actually works. They know the simple fucks of it. People say, well, you're not a scientist. I know where research comes from. It comes from people like me that actually do the tests themselves to understand it. Yeah, I'm not dissecting my brain. I'm doing whatever I think that I see and feel that is actually happening to me. And then I start to look at it and I'm like, okay, well, how's this work? Does this make me lose more weight? So if I meditate really hard, my body's getting heat up and sweat my ass off, which I do. No, I don't have any sweat now, but I did. New shirt. But I just kept on doing it. I sat there, I was listening to some emotional music that I think that's emotional for me, and I was going to think it. Emotions lead to more power. That's why when someone gets angry, they get really powerful. They get a lot of adrenaline. To be able to balance out emotions is to be able to make yourself more powerful. So like when I focus on my charge of my hands, I can feel. When you look, you can see that my I'm starting to get like what you call goosebumps. I can feel the charge with my hands going up and down my forearm. I'm not even touching it. So if you look, I'm not even touching it. I can feel the tension coming out of my hands. What is that? I don't know. No one explains this shit. These scientists are retards. Sorry to say that. But they're very unintelligent because they never look at it from the standpoint of doing it themselves. Research comes with self-evaluation, and you bring it out to the world. What's easy to bring out to the world? I got YouTube. I got platforms. Do people want to listen to me for it? I don't give a shit if they do or not. But this is what I'm doing for myself. If humanity wants to get a little bit better, you got to understand that emotions lead up to more power if you know how to control your emotions. Just like, for instance, they talk about One Punch Man. One Punch Man has very little emotions. He exchanged an enormous amount of power for having less emotions, which means nothing bothered him as much. But throughout the series, he still gets angry. He still gets caring. He still cares and he gets angry about things. So can you be a blank slate and not feel anything? No, it's a possibility. Your brain is what activates that sort of thing. Feeling is literally what it is, a feeling. You feel it. When you feel angry, you're upset. You're more aggressive. You want to express yourself more. That's why when people get drunk, they're more expressive. Why? Because they don't feel anything. It stops that neurological passage in your brain to feel, to have that aggression, to have that stress, to have that guiltiness, whatever it might be. Can you do that on your own? Yeah. You don't need to be drunk. I don't drink at all. I'm a fucking asshole. You know why I'm an asshole? In good ways or not, I tell the truth about what I need to tell. Some things I keep away because there's some people that can't handle certain things. Like, for instance, today I went to White Castle's. This one girl, she had knobs on her fucking head with hair. She looked like she's about to get her fucking face fucked in or whatever it was. She wasn't, but she had knobs on her head. We're sitting there at White Castle's, a long, long line. There was like 10 people in front of us. They have a Century New Year or Century birthday thing going on. So everyone's getting White Castle so they can win $100,000. So, I was sitting there with my mom. We put the damn thing in the park. One of the ladies up in front of this woman, there's someone in front of us, and then the other car that honked at was in front of the other car in front of us. And there's a bunch of fucking them dirty mustache motherfuckers up in front of us. I'm sorry, guys. Beard and mustache, I understand if you want to keep it. It looks fucking stupid. You're using that as a proud thing? You're a fucking idiot. If you want to grow it out, be like, it makes you look tough. Nobody fucking cares about you. Stop it. You look stupid. If you want to do it, you by all means do it, but don't use it as a reference to make yourself feel better. That's dumb. Keep it because it keeps your face warmer. Keep it because, it's your type of look. But don't embrace it too much to where you feel completely different than everybody else. I got a mustache. Well, good for you. I don't care. See, that's what it is. You put too much feelings and emotions to anything. Like this ring, for instance. You can ask me how much feelings do I have in this ring. It's a little dragon ring. It's made out of tungsten. I use these to regulate my fucking energy. When I overly charge my body, which I do quite often, I feel like shit. Tungsten steel regulates electric. Evidently, I've done it so many times. I put them on, and it regulates it. These little rings will actually connect to a charge in my body. It makes me regulate how much I put into myself. Energy's everywhere. When you go like this, you're throwing out energy, and that energy will throw out until eventually it dissipates. That's how energy works. Energy all around us. You go like this, you just feel the wind, feel the air moving. You stop. The air's going to move for a little bit longer until the energy dissipates, until that motion stops. There's still energy in the air. That's how energy works. So when people get off their high horses and think about too much science is good if you research for yourself. This is how I think, and this is how everybody else should think, because it makes perfect sense. You do it yourself, you understand yourself to be able to project things onto other people. So when you see something, you do something like my pulse hands, and then I get my my hairs stand up, which is electrical charge, because that's how it works. Stack from the hair and that I can feel it. Okay, I feel it. Check out like stuck. I can feel the charge like hitting my hair. I can feel my head. I feel like it's getting slightly warmer because my hands are that we're charging them. Do we know everything about our species? Evidently not. We're morons when it comes down to who we are. And honestly, people think the Earth's round. There's no proof that it is. There you go. And there's no proof. Neil deGrasse Tyson. Sorry, dude. You got PhDs and talking your ass off. You talk a lot. You know the truth. Stand up. Get your cultist, sign your soul away ass out of NASA and speak the fucking truth. Oh, no, you can't, because you know you're going to be fucking killed. That's what happens to a lot of people. When they go against something because of something, they end up getting killed over it. It's sad, because you're not truly free until you are, free. When do I believe that he's in a cult? I have no idea, honestly, to tell you the truth. I don't know anything about him. That it's just, he's a talkative person that speaks stuff that doesn't make sense to me. That's all I have to say. What he says can't be tested, and no one tests it. People say go on airplane flights, you can see the Earth's round. Go on airplane flights, shit's flat as fuck. Do people want you to notice that? Of course not. Because when it's nighttime, you can literally see the edge of our planes. They want you to keep it shut, to keep the windows shut. There's been so many proof of people who will shut down your windows before it gets too dark, because as soon as that light goes away from when the sun spins around our planes of existence, you could see literally the edge of the fucking world. Because you're up fucking, a mile and a half or so? Maybe higher. You could be able to see it. I think it's like, 500 meters? Or is it 1,200? Or, wait a minute. 50 meters. 250 meters. 250 meters is a quarter of a mile. So you times that by 4 to be 800. 1,000. So 1,000 meters is a mile. So if you're 2,000 meters above the plains, you could pretty much see the edge of the planet or the plains, because it's flat as fuck. There's no planet. It doesn't rotate. You'd be able to tell if it rotates. But to each their own. I decided to just say, fuck it. I went against society because I don't care about society. Society lies to people so much. Same thing with fitness. People lie so much. A lot of them say they don't take steroids, and they do. Dwayne Johnson, dude's on stuff. Whatever he's on, it's whatever. Doesn't bother me. That's not me. I would hate to be Dwayne Johnson. Why? How much it would suck to have people's fucking hands up your ass to say you have to be this part. And they pay you millions of fucking dollars. You know you have to do it for the safety of you and your family. Not saying he's in the mafia or anything like that, but who wants to live that life? Normal 90% people, say you got 10% that are celebrities and musicians, stuff like that. To be able to perform takes energy. Being a YouTuber, people that do one video a week, you got a whole week to have to do a video. And sometimes you'll fuck up and you might have to take a couple of days. You have to rush it to get it out in that week. So streamers, stuff like me, I could pop up 30 videos a day if I wanted to. I stream, talk about shit, shut it off for an hour, go back on here, let's talk again, and do it all over again. Would people want that? I mean, obviously they probably would, because who doesn't like talking to someone as smart as me, or at least trying to be as smart as me? I mean, like the couple people I talked to before. They're like, you look like you're in the fitness. Yeah, I am. I'll tell you straight up truth about what I'm doing, and I'll go through the lines with you. I like fitness. I like it a lot. I got big arms in that. And a lot of it's because I train. I train in different ways. I look at other people's stuff, and then I train that way. If it works, then I say it works. But muscle building has nothing to do with how much weight, completely how much heavy-ass weight that you have to do. If you're a small guy, you got little baby arms, which most people do that start off light, 10, 15 pounds. Do those curls. Break down that muscle fiber. Do low weight. Start off low. Don't start off high. Start off low. Because strength doesn't build by being a moron. Strength builds by being kind of a moron, where you know your limitations, but you want to do a little bit more. Not a complete moron where you're struggling, you're like 80 pound. I'm going to grab 80 pound, flat, not flat bench, but flat curls, the normal curl bar. And I'm going to do, front rows and that. And all of a sudden I'm fucking throwing it up there like I did. This is what I did. I would go up there, I'd grab like 70 pounds. I'd be like, ooh, with very little control. What happened is I fucked up my trapezes. I fucked up the back of my fucking shoulder. So both trapezes are knotted up, even as of today. Not as bad as it used to be. You can hear the pop. Kind of. Oh, shit. That's creepy. I didn't notice that. No, I got a spider web that just formed. Not out of nowhere. It must have been there for a while now. I just haven't noticed it. Oh, there's a spider on there. Yeah, I hate fucking spiders. Yeah, I don't live in a big spidery woods and that. I do got a little bit of a woods next to me. Like a little one, but it's not too bad. There's a little creek area that has a lot of spiders and mosquitoes and then roaches and whatever else they have back there. It's pretty close to my house. Yeah. Come on, audience. It's been over an hour. No one's trying to come in. Come on. Grace yourself with the knowledge of me. We can all become smarter together. I'm not going to talk about flat earth stuff. That's whatever. No one cares about that. We'll talk about fitness or relationships, emotional salvation, security, and that. We'll keep this shit real. Because unfortunately, people are lost as fuck. I think you get to go get a PhD doctorate in psychology. You're an idiot. You know where psychology comes from? Someone asking questions. How do you feel about this? I'm angry. How do you feel about this? What are you doing with my wife? You get sad. That's all it is practice. Anything else, from lifting to having sex and giving a girl a good orgasm, and learn how to do it really well. Especially that. If you guys want to know how that works, definitely ask me, because I've done it plenty of times on the phone, just talking to someone. Talking to girls now is very good at giving orgasms. So come on in. Give you a million fucking likes and billions of fucking dollars. I'll teach you everything you need to know about that. I experienced it. I still experienced it going through my psyche and that and bringing stuff back up. I'll teach you the fucking world when it comes down to certain things. I'm not fucking complete, person that likes to study everything. I study certain things. So like YouTube, I have no idea how to edit. I don't know how to make a fucking title, right? I don't know how to put Power Gamer on my fucking channel screen. I really don't know any of that shit. I'm so focused on what I'm focused on. So I kind of just like, you come in here because you want to learn. But what I know and what I study the most, 3 things I'm doing right now is fitness, emotional psychology, and sexual interactions. Emotional and sexual and fitness, they kind of all go together in some way or another because emotional is kind of in between of everything. Now, if I learn how to be an animator, that's a whole new thing. That's a lot of focusing that, I'm not saying I couldn't do it, not saying I couldn't do it quick. But these are the main focuses because no one focuses on that. Most people know how to edit when they're doing YouTube. Most people, they make way more views than me. And they're idiots. Idiots in my fashion of line of research. Yeah, obviously, they know nothing about emotional stuff in that. But they know how to edit. They know how to put stuff together. And they know how to market. I don't have a Facebook. I don't have an Instagram. I don't have thousands of people following me. Should I? Yeah, I do need to make a Facebook page to say, hey, come on in. Let's rock and roll. Let's go, kick some zombie ass. Let's go talk about stuff and that. It's just come on if you liking that. Like the guys that came on before, I'd love to talk to them again. I want them to subscribe. They liked my stuff. They didn't subscribe, which was kind of irritating because I can't get more traffic unless I have more subscribers. So 100 subscribers, please, by the end of this year, I guess. Click subscription. You don't have to like shit. Comment on all my stuff as much as you can. And make sure it's appropriate because unfortunately YouTube doesn't want you to talk about sexual interactions and that. I could teach you YouTube managers how to have sex a little bit better with your wife or husband or whatever. I'll teach you all how to do it. Get me to be able to sit here and make money so I can survive and keep on learning more so I can teach people more. This is all I like to do. I hate fucking working. I barely work any jobs. Fuck, I don't even drive. I'd rather sit here and just order shit online or walk to the store and buy shit if I have to. I can't do this unless people give me what I need. So my research can't do shit unless people give me this. I sacrifice so much trying to keep doing this stuff and that. And I have to be around people to understand people. But I need an audience to be able to understand even more. It's how my brain always works. I look kind of into people. When someone talks about something, I can relate to it and find out why that issue is happening to a certain extent. I need subscriptions. I know you hear me, YouTube. I know you see me. You people like to watch live streams. I'm putting the damn number up there. Get that over 100,000. Come on. Chop. Spread this shit. You ain't going to learn from anybody else. People are fucking idiots. I got a doctor's degree and go jacking off. Well, good for you. I know jack off just fine. Probably better than you. Going to school is reading a book. You could do that at home without even paying money. College degrees don't mean shit if they don't actually use the knowledge. How many people went to school and did a college course on psychology? You know what they do? They use it to use big words. They memorize big words. They memorize concepts. They have no experience with it. They just know what shit means. That doesn't make you smart. Not really. You're half as smart. The other half is knowing it and actually experiencing it. So you can know big words. Good for you. Have you experienced it yet? No? Then you're half of an idiot. You're not actually intelligent then. Just like inventors. Inventors, they learn it. They figure it out by learning certain things, and they use it their own way to figure out other things. They research it by going through the experience of it, and then they create, and then they know how to do it because it's both interactions. Then you know that 2 rings click together, a certain ratio makes a certain noise. Then you know, and then you can do it over and over again. That's how knowledge actually is. People say, technical term knowledge is your IQ and how fast you learn. Technical knowledge is you're a moron and the way you talk is really fucking stupid because you proceeding on thinking. Yes, I'll use a big ass word like proceed. Am I intelligent? Do I know big words? No. I know a lot more than just words. I know. I don't just think I know. I actually know. Well, sexual interactions. I've done it. I've done the things I want to do and they work. So any of you assholes out there that want to learn, come on. Come on in. I'll teach you. Any of you YouTube managers out there that are having issues with your fucking relationship, talk to me. That's my line of research. That's my line of work. It's what I've been doing for decades. I'm 30-something years old. I started doing it when I was 15. So 16 years, even more, learning, developing, creating. So now I know. Do I care about sexual interactions when you know as much as me? Not really, because it ain't that hard to get a girl off. If you don't know, then you try too hard. You think it's other things. Stop it. Those man gurus are stupid. They're stupid. Most of them are gay, by the way. Most of them are gay. They're trying to figure out how a man works. That's why, when it comes down to men, I don't mind talking to guys. If you want to learn, come on in. Type, say, I want to learn what you know about sexual interaction. I want to learn what you know about fitness. I want to learn what you know about emotional salvation, which is controlling of emotions, make yourself as happy as possible. I'll teach you what I know. You can use it in your life in many different ways. The smallest, easiest thing for anybody to do, the happy thoughts. I call it a happy thought experiment because not everyone does it. Some people do, some people don't. What you do is, what I did is, and I'll show you what I did. I'll tell you what I did. Think about mine is a video game called Shining Force 2. That's my childhood video game that I have so much emotional connection to that it makes me happy thinking about it. That's how the happy thought experiment works. So I think about Shining Force 2. I bring back my emotions. Demons, angels, hero, holy swords, princess with enormous tits at the end. You're like, it feels great. So I did. I thought about playing Shining Force 2. I brought myself back to when I was like 5 years old when it came out. I think it came out in 93 or 94, one of the two. So I played it. I was so immersed with it. That's why a lot of people don't understand. A child is more excited about life than an adult or older adult. Why? Because we don't choose to be excited because we think that excitement it's too much because there's other things that we have to do. When I go to work, I don't change. Shit, half the time I'm thinking about video games, work goes faster. I'm thinking about, a girl's fat rack that I see when she hunches over and shows off her boobs, she smiles at me. That makes work go faster. That shit helps out a lot. Especially if you're in a relationship and you're just like being with a woman, or if you're gay with a man, or whatever other fucking people sexual interactions are. Those are about straight people. It goes hand in hand because it's just how you feel in general about that person. It's like if you're a single guy and you go to the gym, there's a really attractive looking woman there, no matter the size of sexual stuff is. And she's got to go, you really like, man, she's just, oh. When you see her, what happens? This experiment that happens with everybody. I even talk about it with women in that. It's kind of funny. They're like, guys are like, how do you talk about that with women? Because I'm not scared to talk about it. You know what happens? They end up liking me more. A little too much. Okay. So what I do is, there's one of the girls I work out with at my gym. She's 21. She's athletic. She's a soccer player. She got a big, huge muscle ass, and that she's very sexy. I told her. It's always best to have girls in the gym. Here's why. When a man looks at a woman's breasts, butt, pussy, stomach, whatever, look at a woman in general. If you're a straight man, if you're gay, looking at a guy, it builds up hormones, builds up sexual hormones, but you build up testosterone. It helps maintain the flow of muscle growth. Having confidence does too, because when you have less stress, your hormones balance out better. It has been scientifically proven. When a guy looks at a woman's breasts, their boobs, tits, knockers, sling jigs, or juggly jiggy, whatever the fuck you want to call them, other than getting a boner, if they do, it makes them feel better. Take that mentality. Have that girl's fat rack. I got a couple of girls that I like to think about that have big titties and that, or whatever it is. Oh, man. Get some more water. Getting dry. Well, what happens? I start to feel better. Your mind controls how you feel. Feelings can happen. But sometimes your thoughts can make a better feeling. That's what the worst thing is about it is people have to understand why they feel a certain way, and then you can change who you are. The biggest thing is to change. To say it's not your fault when you know it's your fault. Say it's your fault and then learn from it. The biggest thing that most people do, and everyone does it because they don't want to be at fault. I dropped something. Was it my fault I dropped the rings? Ask yourself that. My fault. Oh, what do they say? Oh, well, it slipped out of my hands. Or, whoops, I dropped the bottle. Oh, whoops, I dropped that. You know, I didn't know the ring was there, did I? Well, obviously I didn't know, but it fell anyway. Was it my fault? I was one that dropped the bottle that hit the ring that fell on the floor. If I didn't know it was there, more or less I didn't know it was there, but it was still my fault that it happened. That interaction was still my fault. Stop blaming everybody else. Blame yourself. Blame yourself for the problem that you might have with someone else. So say, like, for instance, you got a girlfriend. We'll go through the girlfriend thing. It's always pissed men off the most. And a girl looks at another guy. And you're assuming immediately you're going to have sex with him. A very unconfident man's going to think that. You want to bang him. You want to pull out his big, long shalong and slap him in the face. And then make you feel better. But she's still sucking your dick. She's still letting you blow on her chest. She's still letting you blow in her fucking face. And she says, no, I'd rather have your dick say this. And in your mind, you're like, oh, yeah, because I'm the man. You should know that anyway, you stupid fuck. How dumb are you to not realize that? Right there is a problem. And why do I know that? Because I've been through it. Look at the man. He's skinny and he's six-pack and you want to be with him. That's the biggest thing. Men that get six-packs have the lowest amount of confidence ever. Because they can't have confidence unless they have abs. Once they get fat, they lose confidence. Like, oh, do you think? I have confidence. I got a gut. Look at this shit. Who cares? Look at my gut. I got a gut on me. Do I fucking care? No. Do girls still like me? Yeah. Because it doesn't matter. Some girls actually like it that I have a gut. One of them said, I like your cute little tummy that, you know, that's flabby. I can poke in it. But they like it. Guys are like, you got to have a six-pack for girls like you. I'm like, dude, you got to have a good brain for someone to like you. Your looks matter, but your face structure matters. When you don't smile, you're all like, you look like shit from this to this. You seem more happier. You seem more expressive. You're all going, whatever, man. That wasn't me. That was him. Are you like this? Hi. That was me. Sounds more better. It makes you feel better. You fucking sit there and you're in the elevator, you rip huge ass because you have to fart. At least be nice about it. Like, yeah, I'm about to blow huge ass into this fucking thing. So you might want to hold. I'll try to hold it in, but if it comes out, it's gonna be really big. All of a sudden, you're just like you shat yourself. But you're warning them. You're being nice, and the girl might come out that's really fucking hot, big rack and all that stuff, whatever she might have. She might go, "Thanks for letting me notice that you were gonna fart, because I had a fart too." And then you have something in common. If she was brave enough to say that. It's like, oh, you covered up my nasty fart. I was like, no wonder it smells a little fishy in here. I'm an asshole. Exactly. And she's super hot. You like her, and then all of a sudden, she's great towards you. She treats you really well. That's what it is. That interaction aspect. But if you don't do that, you'll never know. So same thing with girls. The whole mystery of saying girls don't fart. Stop. They clog the toilets more than men do sometimes. Stop. They ripple that water so hard it creates bubbles in the fucking toilet bowl. Stop. They do it. A girl says they gotta go to the bathroom. Right when you get to a restaurant, she's probably blow ass. She just sit there and rupture her fucking spleen to get all that dirty doo-doo out or farts and that out just to make herself feel better so she doesn't notice that you stink. It happens. For instance, I had a girl at my other job. I worked at Taco Bell. And she had a boyfriend that. She cheated. They went back together, and that obviously she didn't want to be with him. She was just lonely, so she believes that loneliness has something to do with being with someone. No, she just didn't love herself enough and didn't care about herself enough. She needed everybody else to give her attention. Of course, the woman fall in love with me, thinking I'm cute. You know, even now, she's like, "Oh, I miss your face," and I'm like, "Okay." So, she's like, "Oh," she tries to tease me and taunt me. She did all kinds of things. We were working together, and that she'd spread her legs sexually, going over me and that, looking at me like I'm gonna pop a boner and just slamming at her. By all means, it was hot. Honestly, she's very attractive looking. She doesn't have big boobs yet, but she has a really nice petite body. The last day, quote, she never been afraid of taking a dump. She would be like, "Oh, I gotta take a dump. I'm gonna go in there." She would be in there for like 30 minutes pooping. I was like, okay, whatever. She gets constipated, I guess. When she says she gets constipated once in a while, just like most people do. The last day, she was wearing, she was trying to be more show and trying to get me to screw her. She really wanted me to have sex with her. And, she wear them like thin little yoga pants. Her ass was fluffed out. It's fat. You can grab it. It feels like a big titty and that. It feels fantastic. You move it around, jiggles, and that's nice. And she was sitting on me. I'm starting to get a boner. She knew. She was rubbing up against her butt cheeks. She was ready. She was ready to just pull it down, rip out my dick, and just start sitting on it. She was ready. She was ready to just quit this fucking job with me, and we were just gonna, just bang it out for an hour or so and have everybody watch the cameras. Honestly, I probably would have done it. But, and this is my biggest problem, her ass stinked. I'm sorry. I never told her. I ignored it. It was fucking gross, okay? So any girl out there who tries to do some man by being at a job, first things first, a lot of you understand. Go to their fucking house, take a damn shower, and then sleep with them. Don't do it at the end of the day. You got a 12-hour fucking shift, 10-hour shift. You smell like shit. You're sweaty as fuck. You're all dirty. Sometimes you're not sweaty in that because you might have, the air AC might be on. You might feel really good in that. Don't do that. I wanted to do her. Couldn't do it. It smelled too bad. I was sitting there trying to fluff out her ass so it'd go away. It was just too much. So what I did is I hugged her. I wrapped my arms or hands around her stomach and that. I had my chin on her shoulder and that. And I was rubbing on her stomach and that. Trying to do other things that she knew I lost my boner and that she knew damn well was a problem. And of course she blamed it on herself. Well, yeah, it was your fault because your ass stinked. If her ass didn't smell bad, guess what? I would have been banging her. I've been tossing her head over, I've been tossing her ass over that fucking counter. I would have been slamming dunking that ass. She was very pretty. She had a nice butt on her now. But that actually didn't happen, so it wasn't meant to be. Now, would any other guy be like that? Hell Hell no. Ain't that guy pop a boner in that stink or not? He's shoving her fucking ass, doo-doo and everything. I can't do that. I'm sorry. Here's how the sexual thing has to go with me. Number one, both take showers together. Gotta be together. Start get the sexual content to get a little bit closer. You're rubbing on their backs. You're helping washing that. You're getting all the good stuff. You're seeing them naked a little bit more. The interaction happens. That's that. You get your clothes on that. You get your little slippers on that or socks, whatever, so your feet don't get dirty. You change the bed sheets. Do that together. And when she has a little robe on that, do that a little bit together. You're still flowing that. You're still looking at her. She's still looking at you. You're getting a little hard in that. Get the bed sheets changed. No, they change the pillow sheets as much because normally pillow sheets will get as dirty as bed sheets do. She changes the bed sheets. You get some Febreze spray. You spray it underneath the sheet. So you put the sheet over a little bit of Febreze so it airs out. You air it out a little bit so it smells good. And you sit down and you get a small conversation with her. You be blunt as fuck like me. I'm like, damn, babe, you look good as hell. Those titties look rocking, man. I can't wait to suck on those nipples. As soon as you say that, she's going to be like, I've been wanting you to ask that for a while now. Scenarialize. Most girls like this. If there's any girl watch this shit, they're probably like, that does sound pretty good. Instantly, they're going to like it. Why? The most sensitive spot of a woman is clitoris, hole, nipples. Stomach is sensitive. Neck is sensitive. Sometimes they like being licked around their lips. Sometimes they like to be licked inside their ear. Some people like being punched in the face. Hey, we all can't be fucking completely normal. Some girls like a little shrug. You grab them by their, the robe. From like, you're gonna get, and you gotta gently push her, like toss her on the bed, like, and she hits her. All of a sudden, her tits flop out. You got boobs all over the place. You jump on top of her. You start just gnawing on her. Start gnawing nice and fucking good. You gnaw it real good. Sink your teeth in that fucking neck. Not hard enough. You're trying to fucking kill her ass. Make sure she knows that she can feel it. She's like all twitching and shit. You grab that fucking ear. You pull it down the side. You really give it to that neck. You give it to it. You suck on it. Make that shit red. Put the bite mark on it. Can't say you want to do hickeys. Hickeys are horrible. But give a little bit of indenture in that and then go down. Just go down from the neck all the way down. Now you have to stick your tongue in her butt. Obviously, some girls like that, but unfortunately, that's fucking disgusting. I would never do that. But inner thighs. The closer you get, the more sensitive it gets. Same thing with the boob. If a girl's got huge jugs, the more close you get to that nipple, the more she's going to be like, oh my God, more. If she's got little boobs, obviously she's going to be even more intensified. Guys are easy. Guys are easy to get hard. Getting a girl going, that might be easy depending on how sexually aroused she is towards the way you look. But guys are rather easy. Some guys, I'm pretty difficult. It takes me a little bit of work. My little bit of work is, you gotta talk to me. You gotta let that ease it in. I mean, flopping out your boobs and that. If you got big boobs and that, that's my Achilles heel. Rub your butt on me. Achilles heel too. Will I get hard automatically? More with boobs than butt, obviously. But if a girl's got a D, C, D, double D, triple D, whatever it is, got big honkers and that, and you smash on you rub it on my, dick and that, I'll get really fucking hard, and then you probably get just slam down with your mouth, and that'll probably be the end of me. It might take a little bit, because sometimes I'll fight it just to make sure I get the girl off, but that'd be the end of me. I'd be like, okay, just finish it off, and then boom goes the dynamite kind of thing. But yeah, it's very important with a woman in that, because first off, not every guy's like me. Not even close. My mentality is very, very strong. I can fight against all of it. I fought against intercourse before. When I had my, when I had my penis in a girl, and she had nice boobs and that, fantastic titties, and both of them did, but I couldn't go all the way. I get them in them, I lose my boner. No guy does that unless they're super fucking nervous. Normally, them girls know how to keep that stuff going. This girl could not get me hard again. I have very, very strong mind. So any girls out there want to try it out, fine. But the first rule, yes, your body can look good. You can have the big boobs and that, but you have to talk to me. Talking to me and getting closer to me through my big veils of shit. I can't do it just to see someone. Like if my next door neighbor came back to her house and she came with a robe, butt ass naked, and she's got big, huge, perky jugs. If you see her in the background, drop her stuff, and all of a sudden I see nothing but big old fat tits and nice nipples. That, yeah, I might be a little excited in that, but I'd be like, come on, let's talk. It's like, and what girls would probably say, most guys don't do this. Why? That's because most guys are fucking children, and I'm a real man. I don't give in to temptation as easy as these teenage adult boys like to. As soon as they see a girl naked, they're like, oh my god. That's how you get obsessed with people with these e-girls. Obsessive older men. They're obsessed. They're so obsessed when they see a girl's young boob. They're like, dude, time to grow the fuck up. You don't grow up from 13 years old sometimes. And why do you grow up? You know how you get women to like you more? It's a fucking secret. It's not being a fucking douchebag and do this whole manipulation shit. Is guess what? Stop paying attention to them so damn much. The less you pay attention to them, the more they want you. If you know a girl likes you, she says hi to you, say hi back, be polite, but don't give in so easy. They'll be like, hi, oh my God, you look so sexy today. Yeah, she might give in. She might be like, oh, wow, let's go fuck in the bathroom. I've been waiting for this. But if we're going to come up to you and be like, oh, I think you're really cute. As soon as she says anything nice about you, you'd be like, oh, it seems like you're into me. And then she might say, well, yeah, I think you're really good looking. Like, okay. And just walk away. Let her struggle with it. Because she's that addicted to you. She's going to want to come back more. Like that Chris, her name's Crystal. Why I used to screw around with that. I don't talk to her at all. Every once in a while, I might say, how you doing? She never replies to me. But when she does talk to me, it's instantaneous. Like, oh my God, I miss you so much. I want to see you and all that stuff. And I didn't even do nothing with her. I mean, I gnawed on her neck and sucked on her stomach and that, and she went AWOL with that. But she never felt it before. And another thing, not all women are going to go through the same thing as other women. A mature woman knows how a guy's works, so they would go for women that are a little bit differently mature. That's what it is. It's really awesome when you actually get that way, but it's hard to. Number one is stop hanging around with a group of guys. Men, so-called men, don't know shit about women. You need to have a girlfriend. They think they do, and the girl's like, yeah, he gets me off all right when she's talking to her girlfriends. But then when a real man like myself, and I qualify a real man as someone that goes against the system of normal men. Normal men think money and all objects, all that stuff. Not all of them, but percent of them think that. Some of them don't think that, but most of them do. Yeah, I have older ladies all the time. Like, man, you're super good looking. You have a lot of friends in that. I mean, the people on YouTube, yeah, YouTube management, or that is, start broadcasting my stuff, then everyone can fucking learn. We're going to be one big happy family. No politics, no Trump hating, no Biden hating. I don't give a fuck about any of that because they don't matter. The only thing that matters is the people that are in the community. We matter more. If I have to say, that's why it says we the people. It's us that matter, not them. I don't give a fuck about them. They do what the fuck they want to do. If we get stronger, they have to get stronger with us eventually. We're in this shit together. 100%. And people, if you could think like me or have the process of opening your mind like I can and maybe many others out there, you'd be enormously surprised. We could grow together. Why not be one big happy family? Why not understand life together and then grow together? Produce more of a better life together. Eventually, it's all going to come down to that anyway. So finish the little goals. Start your fitness goals. Start your weight loss goals. Start your emotional salvation goals. Become enlightened. Become open-minded. Discover your true self. And then become it. Our understanding of ourselves gets completely tormented by the systems that be. Our American culture, I'll go by American, I don't know any other culture that. American culture is run by greed. First thing you have to do, 16 years old, get a job. You know nothing. You learn, but you learn the system way. I was a struggler. I didn't get jobs until I was like 21, 22. I don't fucking drive. Why? Because I say I can walk everywhere. I can walk like a mile and be where all my jobs are at. Now, if I did get a car, what would I do? Now that I am who I am, yeah, I drive to work, I drive back home. If a girl really likes me, I'll be like, come over. Say, don't you have a car? I'm like, yeah, I don't like driving though. What would she do? She'll come over. Most men think they need a vehicle to get a woman. You don't really need that. If a woman really likes you and she drives, she'll drive to your house. I mean, there's other things you could do to make it better. If you have money, pay for her gas, pay for the food. Look at my puppy dog. You gotta say hi, puppy. Come here. I got a puppy dog. Play around with my puppy. What? Think of my puppy doggy. You a pretty girl? Pretty girl? Pretty girl. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. Pretty girl. Come on, do it. Pretty girl. And pets. Yeah, I know. I look enormously huge. Let's get away from the camera because these gums are so big. Pets keep you going. You can learn a lot from nature. Pets are always more happy. Why? Because they're more of a natural standpoint. Animals definitely will teach you a lot about how to be happy. Because they're always excited. When they see you, they get excited. Right? You get excited. Oh, good. Hi, baby. You're so pretty. And they're always so beautiful. Look at that cute little face. That makes you happy, right? Makes you happy, right? That's what it is. And that's what people need to do. Research the stuff. It's right in front of you. Research your cat. When you see your cat or your dog in that, most likely dogs, because dogs are a little bit more exciting. That you ask yourself, why is he exciting? Why does he want to play with me? Why do you like me so much? I already know why. You girls out there that haven't seen me yet, I know why you girls like me. She is a female. Well, she's affectionate. Are you affectionate, baby? You're affectionate. Uh-oh. Pretty girl. You gonna lick your vagina out? Okay, go ahead and have fun with that. You can learn a lot from everything. It matters. Everything is everywhere. Nature itself is everywhere. Dogs, squirrels, ants, bugs, whatever. People are going to be more happier if they understand nature. That's what I did. I researched it a lot, and I made it, to where I was just like, man, that shit really fucking matters. It matters a lot. There it goes. Please wait while we connect with your go fuck yourself. I saw someone come on, but they didn't last long. Come on, Bill. Time to learn. I understand it's not exciting that. I'm thinking that my looks and my physique is going to get me more people to watch. Obviously, if you're a girl, you're going to watch you and be like, wow, you're really cute. I wonder if you have a boyfriend or girlfriend. No, I am single. So if that's what you want to do, by all means, like me, I guess. I don't know, people are weird. But animals always like to show you that they're happy. You can be happy too. Right, Ruby? Her name's Ruby. Be a happy puppy. Happy puppy. Happy puppy. What are you doing? See? Oh, happy puppy. Ow, that would hurt. Ow, kisses. That's a good girl. If you see my dog on my camera, it's gonna make you happy. Just look at my smiling face. They make you happy. Dog being happy. See these big guns. Oh yeah. Be like those douchebag guys who are like, yeah, look at me pose. I love that shit. I pose too in the mirror and that I check myself out, I'm like, oh. Oh. Yeah. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. I saw that person come on here. Where's that stalker person at? That stalker person likes to see my shit. That gay guy or whatever. Do you want to go outside? Come on. Too many buggies. There, take a shit. smell my fat ass. Ooh. 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 Had to grab food. There ain't no one on, is there? You sons of bitches. You guys must be really hooking up on the other stuff. Look, a watermelon. Oh. Give me 5,000 subscribers for being an idiot? Yeah. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look at that big old turd right here. Come on. Look at that big puppy. You smell like a puppy, huh? Look at my. Look at that big baby. Look, Liger. That's my big puppy. His name is Laggy the Tiggy. He's like, I like to be itch on top of my head. He loves affection. You still kind of stink a little bit, puppy. He's such a good puppy. Look at that big baby. Hi. What you doing? You stink still. You stink a little bit. Wow for me? Wow. Wow. Ow. You see yourself on TV? Yes, you do. You gotta, yeah, you bitch. He's almost 12 years old. He looks healthy. Took a lot out of me to keep his ass going. I know you know what I did with you, puppy. He wants a snack. Let me show some shit. Do 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 do. Come on. Set. Soft. Go, baby. Eating all my sticks. You know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah. Smoking my meat. Sucking on that. So I seen those women with bananas earlier. Like, dude, put that banana down. Put it down now. You people are so weird. You watch the stupidest shit. Look at that guy. He fell off the cliff. He almost died. No wonder our society's so fucking dumb. You don't watch people like me. You watch a bunch of idiots. That's my food. You already ate. I think I'm gonna turn on some anime. Cause I'm bored. Ain't no one to talk to. Come on, people, get in here. Give me a PewDiePie subscription so I can beat him. He'll go crazy. He loves that shit. Oh, he does. A PewDiePie, give me 1 million subscribers, man. We could be good-looking bros together. Come on. Talk to me. Talk to me, man. We could be two handsome guys talking together. You know how many views you get? Shit, we get millions. Damn. Why do we get millions? Girls don't watch guys that are ugly. They like watch these handsome devils. Oh. Oh. Damn. Watch some anime. Not too loud. Sparkle Show. I don't think you get copyright by hearing it, right? Probably can't hear that much anyway. Happens we have no one that watches your shit, you get bored. No.
Yeah, that's tomorrow, all right.
Glad you're here. Let's go inside. Find a good place where we can sit down and talk.
What? Oh. Why? See how cute he is? What? What? Papa? He makes me look more beautiful, doesn't he? That pretty puppy. I like you. Oh, that pretty baby. Remember why I'm smelling myself? Because he still has a little skunk smell underneath the scruff a little bit. What are you doing? What? You're gonna try climbing on my legs? He wants to get all that food I got there. I got these wonderful treats right here. Turkey sticks. I got watermelon, pineapple, and cantaloupe, I think, and some grapes. Good, healthy.
I don't get it. Is this new Infinity Game Arena or something? Looks like it needs tons of money as usual. Right?
Shop.
Yeah. I feel like there's something I should mention. You're no longer in a world with great empires that come to exist. Sorry, what? What is it then?
No, I'm not gonna be like Susie Lou and actually watch anime with people and that.
I'm in a damn anime or something. Yeah, blunt, it's just like that.
Go smoke with my turkey cigar.
There it is. Tahara's head is churning away, I can tell. He's coming up with a whole slew of theories and ideas about what's going down right now.
Well, I know there's no way that you're pranking me. That kind of thing just isn't your style. So you know, you is here. Oh, that mad woman is here? You're kidding me, right? I'm gonna need you to cooperate with her.
So, did you happen to drop your left arm? Or perhaps maybe your right?
Hey, Chief. You mind if I clear something up?
Right back.
Sure, Liz.
What?
What you said before about the Great Empire, are you serious about it not existing in this world? There's no doubt in my mind. It belongs. Let me tell you,
Stop staring at my ass.
the world without the Great Empire, I really couldn't be any happier.
Oh, it's got a little. It's firmness. Look at that firmness on me.
What exactly
I
do
make
you
your
plan to
girls
do?
jealous. I always make
Sorry,
everyone jealous.
but I can't say much about it. Well,
Oh, you perverts out there that jack off.
the opposite direction. Well, whatever. Bottom line, if it weren't for you, I know Monopoly, I would.
If I was a girl, having a short skirt on, making
Yes,
G fuel, shit, I might have millions of
Just like
subscribers.
Tahara's always been so fiercely
Fuck you, YouTube. You don't like man beauty.
So do we have a plan of action for the time being, Chief? Well, first we have to manage this dirt poor village. We've got our work cut out for us because it's only 3 draws of a hospital, hot springs, and a bathhouse. You'll need to do things that'll continue developing the area, like job training for the residents, overseeing the new businesses, managing any trouble, negotiating with nobles, helping a child care program, and other jobs. Are you being serious? I'm one man. I'm not some freaking robot. Yeah, but you're a damn genius. I know you can do this. Come on, it's me talking, so you know it's Hey, you okay? It felt like I'd been zapped. What the hell's going on? Think something's wrong with you? Have you taken it? Yeah, no thanks. The day I let that psycho touch me is the day I end up in little bitty pieces.
Come, that's not nice, Tahara.
Ah! Another ass woman! Oh, I mean, hello again. Oh, nice to see you.
Are you one of the demon lord's lackeys? Such a pretty color. He must be very cunning.
Don't know if I'd say that.
Now then, all that's left are the preparations to welcome Madam.
I'm gonna start rolling up my sleeves and get the replay. Check out these guns, man. Look at shoulder detail. Look at a little bit of detail here. A little bit of detail.
My goodness, what kind of magical device is this?
Hey, don't get too excited quite yet. Look, it even has a second key for you to mark out.
I'm just curious, is this another item of yours from overseas?
Yes, that's right. In my country, letting them play on cold winter nights.
The camera's so nice of it to focus on these enormous arms that I have here. Holy god damn, my motherfucking arms are big. I didn't realize that shit. I need to work on my chest some more.
However, if you're all alone in your room, or maybe hosting a small informal group of people, this is much less invasive and by far a smarter choice. Also, it's a lot more convenient to carry it around. It's not the most practical idea to march around with an orchestra training behind you.
So, what would an item like this be valued at back where you're from?
If you don't mind, I'd actually prefer if you determine the value this time, Mr. Roman. What do you say?
Oh no, I'm not even sure how to begin judging the value of this truly marvelous device. If I price it too low, then it may end up losing this business altogether. In your country, I imagine this must be a pretty expensive item, am I right?
Well, that depends, because typically when it comes to valuing art and other items of this nature, their worth can be very subjective, not unlike the whole beauty is in the eye of the beholder thing.
Shoot, I knew it. That means he's testing me right. If I'm being perfectly honest, when he first offered me this item for auction, I couldn't even begin to imagine how much it must be worth. I've never seen anything quite like it.
So, you're saying you believe it has tremendous value?
Are you kidding? Of course I do. There are plenty of people who would be interested in a magical item like this. You just have to know where to find them.
Good to know. In that case, what's the least you think it might sell for if it were to go up for auction? Just give me your best guess.
It's time. I feel it. This is the moment when he'll make his decision. If I screw up now, then I'll bet Mr. Grimald will take his device to some other
Shut out my hamstring, you fucking pervert.
use out on more than just this. And taking all of his future business to someone else too. If it were me, I'd start at no less than 15 gold coins. Someone who can't afford that much has no business at an auction anyway. It's a waste of time to start any lower than that.
You have a remarkably discerning eye. I was right to put my faith.
These turkey things are amazing. Come at Sam's.
Oh, Mr. Kunai, we're so excited to have you. Give him a bingo welcome, ladies.
Our shop, sir.
Thanks. So, I'm going to need some outfits made. We're looking at 20 each. Sound doable?
One moment, please, while I look. Let's see. The tuxedos on their own shouldn't be too big of a deal, but is he
really serious about making these suits and ties for women?
What a tantalizing design choice! I mean, who does stitch ties like this? Seriously? No one, that's who.
Sure, we'll be able to make these with no problem.
That's great news. Just so you understand, I'm going to need them done as quickly as possible. And as soon as you finish them up, it's important that they're sent directly to Rami Village.
I do understand wanting them done quickly, but I'm afraid these will take some time to make.
I'm prepared to compensate you handsomely for the extra rush. And of course, this is only the first installment. If you complete the work quickly, I can even add another 2 to that total. Do it? I hope the answer is yes.
Of course we can! I swear! We'll work day and night until every last stitch is complete.
That's very good to hear. I'd ask that you begin work at once in that case.
Everyone! It's time for battle! Go on, get started!
Thank you, Mr. Dean.
Bread, milk, vegetables, meat, and eggs. Good. Now food will get delivered directly to Ravi every so often, which is what I wanted. The expenses definitely added up, but I've still got 3 gold coins left over after all of this. We should easily be able to manage things for a while on that much. So everything's more or less ready now.
Ooh.
Funny how different I feel about these 2 avatars. Like, Kunai's the house I grew up in. Zero's the room I rented when I moved out. Looking back, I'm remembering how much I used him during the heyday of the game. When it comes down to it, we've been partners for about 10 years. What's this feeling swelling up from deep inside? That persistent urge to crush the strong and help the weak. To face my opponents no matter who they are. That fierce desire to be a hero which simply won't be denied. It's as if he's really no, like I'm a dragon after all. Look at me. I'm a beast. I'll bust everything in my way. I'm the strongest one alive. Just wait, piece of shit empire. I'm really gonna need to figure out how to revert the will.
You guys! Let's break for lunch now, huh? It's all right, buddy. Wanna share mine? Huh? Tasty, huh? Joan, how about you go freshen up, buddy? Good idea. Let's do it, huh?
Hello. I'm eating food, watching anime, by the way. I'm bored. Sitting there for like 2.5 hours waiting for people to come in. And then you leave. Why are you leaving on me?
I know.
You're boring.
I've never been this clean before in my life, but
All right, I've taught you everything you need to know for the job. Now the only thing left to do is put it into practice. Let's begin. Whoa, hold up. Did you forget? I said you should sweep up the trash before you start brushing, remember? Forget that and you'll end up making a bigger mess.
I'm sorry, Mr. Tahara.
It's fine. Mistakes happen. Repeating the same mistake is what you want to avoid. That's lazy. And it means you haven't learned anything. Always keep learning and you'll succeed. So, placement for a hot spring resort, huh? I admit I had my doubts.
Hello, Punchdown. You look bored as me.
Actually, funny people.
Shall we chat? I like chatting. So you're very bored.
I think I get used to it. Try shaking your butts if you want extra tips.
Are you kidding me? No bunny for you, buddy.
Don't be scared to speak.
Anyway, it's time to review how
I'm
to
not
greet
that
customers.
scary.
Give them a nice firm bow.
I even got a cute dog right there. His name's Liger.
Don't forget
Say
to
hi.
smile and speak clearly.
Thank you so much for coming to see us. Welcome.
No.
Thank you for joining us, Bunny.
Better. But Nobby would look so cute in a bunny suit.
Thanks for coming to visit, bro.
You seem very bored. I agree.
Allow me to
Another
roll
one.
wrap.
Mm. Another bored one, huh?
Perfect as usual.
Shall we talk?
What a charming little village.
Anything else to do? Oh, that one left.
Oh, this is nothing. I've actually only just
Oh.
started these renovations.
That connector's kinda crappy.
I guarantee you won't even believe your eyes. Come back then and you'll feel like you died and gone to
Oh, you left too.
Well, I have to admit,
That ain't no fun. You didn't even say nothing, did you?
It's this right here.
So,
Oh, that soap is seriously the best thing ever. It washes away dirt like magic and leaves your skin so clean and sparkles.
magic. Sparkling, huh?
That soap was a real hit.
Oh, so this is the village you were talking about, man.
You want to wish your friend a happy birthday? How you love my stream?
Hold it right there, Trev. I told you to wait till I
Hey man, love your streams. Oh, streams, multiple things. Appreciate that.
Can I ask who this gentleman is?
Neat Jason. Neat. Yeah, I can't see it on my screen. I have to look at my tablet.
I only brought him along.
You guys did that stuff before.
The general assumption is that he doesn't have
Another wish, another happy birthday.
You know your mouth is
Nick Garu. That's his name. Nick Garu. Happy birthday.
Speaking of mouth,
Much love.
Sorry, sir.
Big powerful arms to you.
Quite certain. But perhaps we
Uh,
might do something to help.
Oh, I guess you must be the man that Madam was talking about. As she said, I'm Commander Slumbo, former retainer to head soldier martial arts.
Arts? Who is
You
that?
guys gotta subscribe though, because I have low subscriptions. I need to get higher subscriptions
I can imagine the tales of
because it costs you a thing. Zero.
Yes.
Nothing.
Several years ago, a magical beast unfortunately took both my eyes. I decided to go ahead and retire because I'm not much use to it.
I guess YouTube's not broadcasting me too much because, God forbid, you know, number one thing is, I don't know what it is. I guess they don't like good looking guys. They always go for the girls. Those girls get way more views. I don't know how many girls start off and they're all like thousands of people watching. Like, come on, man. Well, what about the good looking guy? You know, I mean, I'm pretty. Got big ass arms and that. Oh, a little gross sometimes, but hey. Is that you, Jason? I saw that you posted a little while ago. You must be bored. You got something to watch. Watch my Plasmophobia episode. It's the Time of the Scared, or Time to be Scared. It's like 3 days ago. There's some share with your friends. Shit's fucking hilarious, honestly. I did some funny toilet jokes. You know how dirty the toilets are in Plasmophobia? Yeah. I did that. I thought it was hilarious. I thought it was really funny. That's just me. I don't know why my live chat ain't popping up on here. Oh, there it is. Okay, now it wants to pop up. Cool beans. Oh, that's me watching myself. That's weird. I find it really funny that people comment in there like, "Hey man, I love your stream. That give my friend Nick a happy birthday. Much love." I mean, I appreciate you say stuff and that, but you gotta like my stuff. You gotta subscribe because my appreciation only go so far. I mean, what you say is great, but you gotta prove to me too, because I can't make any money unless I get 1,000 subscribers. That's what sucks. Okay. So, click that subscribe button. Everyone subscribe. I want to reach 1,000 for the end of this year. I can't make any money next year until I get that, which sucks, but whatever.
Until you arise altogether. Oh, you're not jerking my chain, right?
If you'd like, I'll take you to her right now.
Please do. Even if there's only a slim chance. This is more hope than I've felt in a long time.
Goodness, you're being bothersome, old man. I'm very sorry about this. We definitely didn't mean to make more work for you.
It's no problem in the slightest, man. Go ahead, Tom. You can take this. This way, Master Salvador.
Thank you.
Nick, on it.
Hello, welcome to the film. I'm glad to have you here.
Look at this place. It feels like I've stumbled into another world or something. Go on, Gramps. Won't you just have her take a look already?
Would you back off, you meddling woman? I'm not likely to run away from her, am I?
Then get on with it, you senile old man.
Master Son, are you ready to begin the examination?
I'd like to say I'm sorry first for exposing you to this awful thing. It's the venom of a scarecrow. That's what did this to me.
Okay.
These days, I can only see the outline of a person. That's on a really good day. I can't tell you how grateful I'd be if you could make it any better.
Please rest assured. In the country I came from, we have a medicine that treats your symptoms, and I think you're a perfect candidate.
Oh, my goodness. You're really serious?
Yes. Please wait a moment.
Interesting. She plans to cure him simply through medicine. Now that I think about it, she's probably right. It'd be a bit much to expose them to use hand of God.
Don't be shy.
All right, please look up.
Like this. Oh. Oh.
There you go. Now I want you to open your eyes real slow.
Oh. I can see everything. You did it. My eyes are totally back to normal.
Gramps, are you completely sure?
Oh, man, you've fattened up a bit since the last time I saw you. What have you been eating to get yourself that big?
Would you kindly shut up, you walking corpse?
I can hardly believe it. Thank you so much.
Now that you're healed, you can go back to your old post again. I'm sure Arts would be delighted to see you.
That's right! Lord Arts, your loyal Salvo is coming back to serve you!
Oh, I'm so sorry for having caused such a big ruckus. I'll be happy to pay for all the damages, of course.
It's a Holy Lambda coin. Its value depends on the market, but I've heard they're worth 100 giant gold coins at the very least. So you sure?
Of course course, it's fine. That stubborn old blockhead is indebted to me thanks to you and your medicine, and that's worth a lot. Truly. So much more than any number of holy land of course, that's for certain.
Well, if you insist. You know, I have a strong feeling that you and I are going to become great friends.
Oh, what a coincidence. I think so too.
I don't know if that was the same person who was talking to me before. I don't think it was.
Wait, we don't want to get there late.
Jason, next time we go on, dude, you gotta subscribe. Tell your friend next to subscribe too.
Maybe Fred left. We don't hurry.
You can learn a lot if you stay on.
You know?
Promise.
I think we can even afford the good stuff today. Yeah. It's so frustrating. Huh? Someday, I'll leave you whenever I want to. No one will tell me no. Oh, come on. Even you must know that's impossible, Luna. You're such a quitter. How do you expect to win if you give up before the fight even starts? We're not all as stubborn as you are.
What's this? It appears a pair of filthy street rats are wandering where they don't belong.
At least use the bridge so we're spared the sight of your disgusting faces.
Just look. It even smells like a rat does.
Indeed, it smells like one too. Foul odors making me sick to my stomach.
Don't do it, Luna! You're going to regret this.
Look, the rat can speak.
I've been studying, and when I'm older, I'm going to join the Holy Church. I'll become a holy man. And once I do, I'll make you regret every word you said to us today.
Have you lost your mind, girl? Speaking to us like that.
Now, gentlemen, I'd like your names, please.
As if I would introduce myself to garbage like you.
Hey, calm down. You made your point in leaving. I refuse to lose to people like that. You'll see. All of my hard work will pay off one day.
I think fucking idiots. Look at that.
You're the arrogant. You have faith that guided by the teachings of the cherub.
I look so bad on this.
The knowledge you
I
obtained.
try to smile with both my teeth and never looks like that.
As of today, you will officially enter the Holy Church and train to become worthy of being named Holy Maiden.
Thank you. It is an honor to accept.
I'm gonna end this stream, make another stream then.
bring my servant with me. Perhaps you're aware